Hi, this is Kathy. It's time to learn from my mistakes. And this time, the mistakes that I want to teach you about are the mistakes that I did when it comes to friendship. There are actually certain red flags that you will notice when you have new friends. But because we want to have new friends, sometimes we actually choose to ignore these red flags. And it is a little bit sad, but I think this is just how people are mostly wired. We want to make new friends when we meet new people. We want to hang out with people. We want to be able to talk to someone. We want to share our passions with someone. And we want to be able to tell someone our secrets and hope that they won't judge us for it or they won't betray us. Sadly, this is not the case. Sometimes there are just evil people, people who want to harm you, people who think that betraying someone is okay, people who think that using other people for their own means and needs is okay, and people who are just envious of you and want to destroy you just so they can feel better about themselves. I know it sounds a little bit dire, but this is the reality of life. Not everyone who wants to be your friend wants to be your friend. Some of them want to be your friend so that they can do something against you, so that they can harm you, and so that they can use something against you. And they do this not because of you, but because of themselves. Because they are not happy people. Remember that happy people don't go around hurting others. They don't go around wanting to destroy other people. So if you do meet these kind of people, don't blame yourself. You wanted something good. You wanted to be friends. But sadly, the mistake that you did is that you trusted the wrong persons. Now, how do you avoid these kind of people? The 3 things that I'm going to tell you, these are just guides. It doesn't guarantee that you can avoid these kind of people. But what I can promise is that if you do watch out for these 3 things, it will greatly minimize the potential of being betrayed or being hurt by these so-called friends. And I know this because I've been through it. Case in point, a girl in college. So I met her when I was in first year college. And until the time that I got married, I had my kid. She was actually even a godmother to my child because I thought we were really great friends. But then I learned many years later, over a decade, she never even liked me. She actually truly hated me, but she befriended me because she wanted to know my secrets. And what she would do is she would tell others, and she would feel good because she got to betray me. She felt that she had won over me because there I was, the fool who trusted her, and she was the one that was telling everyone about my secrets. She was betraying me every single moment that she could, and I had absolutely no idea. This girl, I actually treated her like a sister. I would stay up late at night listening to her problems, helping her out when she was at the point of wanting to harm herself. I panicked. I did whatever I could to save her, so to speak, not realizing that she was just playing me and she was just pretending to be problematic because she got a kick out of making me worry. It was crazy. She was disturbed, so to speak. She had a problem and she fixated on me and she made me into a fool. She toyed with me. She toyed with my emotions. She didn't treat me well. When I found out what happened and I had proof that she was betraying me for over a decade, I didn't even bother asking her why, because I realized there was something wrong with her, not me. Because again, a normal person wouldn't go around doing what she did. A happy person would definitely not do what she did. I should have actually realized because she would always agree with me. She always smiled at me. And she would always praise me. Now, these three things, if you see this in a friend, chances are they're not your friend. And you're probably like, what? No. But I have a friend and we just really jive. You see, maybe your friend is the exception. But for most, if you have someone in your life who is always smiling at you, you've never seen this person get mad, sad, depressed, stressed, angry, ever. And you're always with this person, there's something wrong with the scenario. Because not everyone can be okay all of the time. We're talking all of the time. This person is just always smiling, always okay with you, always pleasant, never ever had a bad day. And then, if the same person always agrees with everything that you say, no matter how wrong you are, how foul your statements are, that is also not normal. Because you're two different people. You will always have something that you would disagree on. Even husbands and wives have something like that. Even mother and daughter, mother and son, you would have something that you would disagree on. So if you have a friend that always agrees with everything, I will say, yeah, you know what, Kathy, I agree with that. Yeah, Kathy, you're right. Oh, yes, Kathy, absolutely. Gosh, you're a genius. Every single time, then you know that there is something seriously wrong with that relationship, because no one will ever agree with you 100% if they're being real with you, okay? Even your fans, if you have fans, they won't agree with everything that you do. So imagine if it's just a friendship, what more so? There will always be something that you will disagree on. So if you have someone who's always smiling when they see you and who always agrees with everything that you do, be really, really careful. And the last one, if this same person who always smiles, who always agrees, also always praises you. Oh, you look so good. Oh, wow, you have really great taste. Oh, you know what? I agree with your choice. I think it is the best one because you have awesome taste. And they just praise you and praise you and praise you. That's also just not healthy or normal. We all know that, with true friends, there's things that you just go like, yeah, you look really horrible in that color. Don't wear that again. Because you're looking out for your friend, and you see something and you're like, no, it doesn't look good on you. Or no, you really shouldn't be doing that. There are ways to disagree with a friend without getting into an argument. But if the person around you just smiles at you, praises you all the time, and agrees with everything, unless they're your employee that you're paying them to do that, then you know that there's something wrong with this relationship. And I hope that this little episode of mine will help you identify those kind of people in your life. I'm not saying cut them off. If you could, better. But if you can't cut them off, be careful about the things that you share. Share only the things that you are okay if the rest of the world finds out. So that if they do betray you, when they do betray you, it wouldn't hurt so much and wouldn't damage your reputation, your school, or your career, or your family life. Because if you give someone ammunition to use against you, and they do, it might actually destroy you. It has happened to me in the past. It was so hard to recover from. I had trust issues, but eventually I realized the problem was not me. The problem was that I kept trusting the wrong persons. And so now, I keep my circle very tight and very small. But these are people that I know I can trust with my life and I can trust with my kids' future. And that should always be the basis of your friendship. People that you trust, people that you want to be in your funeral, and people that you know would care about your kids if you do have one, or your pets if you do have one. I hope you guys learned something, and I hope that you always learn from my mistakes so that you don't have to make it yourself. Bye guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you!